Reserve your right to think, for even to think wrongly is better than not to think at all. Life is an unfoldment, and the further we travel the more truth we can comprehend. To understand the things that are at our door is the best preparation for understanding those that lie beyond. Fables should be taught as fables, myth as myths, and miracles as poetic fantasies. To teach superstition as truth is a more terrible thing. The child mind accepts and believes them, and only through great pain and perhaps tragedy can he be in after years relieved of them. In fact, men will fight for a superstition quite as quickly as for a living truth, often more so, since a superstition is so intangible you cannot get at it to refute it. But truth is a point of view, and so is changeable. To rule by fettering the mind through fear of punishment in another world, is just as base as to use force. Reserve your right to think, for even to think wrongly is better than not to think at all. All formal religion is fallacious and should not be accepted out of respect for oneself. Understanding the things that surrounds us is the best preparation to understand the things that lie beyond. God has created man as a sociable animal, with the inclination and under the need to live with the beings of his own species, and has endowed him, also, with language, to be the great instrument and common bond of the society. Regardless of our color, race and religion, we are brothers. Governing by chaining the mind out of fear or fear of punishment in another world is just as basic as using force. The truth does not change because it is or is not believed by most people. He who influences the thinking of his time, influences all the moments that follow him. Leave your opinion for eternity. Those who are able to see beyond shadows and lies of their culture will never be understood, let alone believe, by the masses. The less power to religion, the greater power to knowledge. You, yourself as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. You will be fine. There may be decisions to make, and surprises in store. Life takes us to unexpected places sometimes. Your lips taste like freedom and bad decisions. I have never felt more alive. Rather fail with honor than succeed with fraud. We must find time to stop and thank the people who made a difference in our lives. Remember that failure is an event, not a person. Once you realize that the road is the goal, and that you are always on the road, not to reach a goal, but to enjoy its beauty and its wisdom, life ceases to become a task, and becomes natural and simple, in itself an ecstasy. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap but the seeds that you plant. The greatest glory in living lies not in falling, but rising every time we fall. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped in dogma, which is living with the result of other people's thinking. Spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier. Life is made of ever so many partings welded together. Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts. The secret of success is to do the common thing uncommonly well. The real test is not whether you avoid this failure, because you won't. It's whether you let it harden or shame you into inaction, or whether you learn from it, whether you choose to persevere. Don't be distracted by criticism. Remember, the only taste of success some people get is to take a bite out of you. All formal dogmatic religions are fallacious and must never be accepted by self-respecting persons as final. Unasked for advice is criticism, my dear. What comes, is called. The distance between language and image is always the same. Everything we see hides another thing. We always want to see what is hidden by what we see. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Anyone who doesn't take truth seriously in small matters cannot be trusted in large ones either. 3 things cannot be hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. I believe that unharmed truth and unconditional love will have the final word in reality. This is why right, temporarily defeated, is stronger than evil triumphant. A lie get halfway around the world before the truth has a chance to get its pants on. Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. The moment you feel like you have to prove your worth to someone is the moment to absolutely and utterly walk away. Sometimes the words we leave unspoken are the most important ones that should have been said. Do not waste time thinking about what you could have done differently. Keep your eyes on the road ahead, and do it differently now. Be thankful for what you have. You will end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Small steps in the right direction can turn out to be the biggest step of your life. You are going to go through tough times, that is life. But I say, nothing happens to you, it happens for you. See the positive in negative events. Not in doing what you like, but in liking what you do is the secret of happiness. Life goes on, whether you choose to move on and take a chance in the unknown, or stay behind, locked in the past, thinking of what could not have been. Stop being a fool for love, it will make lose yourself. The person who loves more in a relationship suffers the most. Care about what other people think and you will always be their prisoner. Knowing others is intelligence, knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength, mastering yourself is true power.